Hey, welcome to Mortgage Minute for November 7th, day after Barack Obama gets reelected for President of the United States. Headlines in Canada are not changing in spite of, once we get off the election news, we go back to things like this. House of Cards. What a great headline this was. Front page of the province last weekend. Our exclusive report shows British Columbians are drowning in debt. Again, we talk about conflicting headlines. We see that. Then here, one day later, it says Benjamin Tall is saying we should be playing down this talk about debt. Playing down Canada's debt worries. Okay, so if you want more information about what Benjamin Tall's talking about, click on the newsletter that's attached to this. If you're on YouTube, send me an email at peterkinch.com and we'll send you the newsletter, and I'll have the full transcript of what Benjamin Tall is talking about. He's basically saying we have nothing to fear but fear itself. Oft quoted. Quote, in the meantime, Vancouver home sales are expected to slip. They're saying 1/5 is the drop we'll see. High-flying market to see sales fall by 1/5 this year. Watch for prices to follow. I am absolutely in full belief that we're going to see, specifically in the Vancouver market, some areas more than others. Again, the Vancouver market could have the west side, it could have the downtown condo market. These are all different, but I'm expecting a good drop of 10% across the board. Now, if you're a flipper and you're looking at flipping real estate, I wouldn't really want to get into the Vancouver market flipping houses right now. There might be some pockets in Canada, it's okay, but proceed with caution. In the meantime, rates are expected to stay steady. We saw last week that Mark Carney said he's not going to raise rates, and he came out further and said the case for further rate hike is fading. And again, rate move not imminent. One of the big things that came out effective October 31st as of Halloween, all banks that are federally regulated fall under the OSFI guidelines. OSFI, what is that? It's the Office of Superintendent of Financial Institutions. And they've come up with more restrictions and rules surrounding what banks can or cannot do. And one of the rules that took effect, I think it was June last year, or this year, was the fact that all high-ratio mortgages have further restrictions, such as if you have $1 million property, we just came across that here recently in Vancouver, if you have $1 million property, it can no longer be insured. And I thought to myself, well, what are the percentage of Canadians that are utilizing high-ratio insurance? Because all these rules, when you hear Ottawa come up with rules, it's relating to high-ratio insurance. Here's an article that shows some statistics. 6 of 10 buyers put down less than 20%. That would suggest that 60% of you are impacted by that. Now, what's interesting, one thing that a lot of people don't know is that if you get high-ratio insurance and you do not have the 20% to put down yourself, you can borrow it from non-traditional down payment sources, such as you can get a personal loan, a personal line of credit that's unsecured, or a loan from a gift, or a loan from another financial institution. A lot of people are passing up on high-ratio insurance opportunities to purchase their home because they're not aware of what's truly available to them. So again, if you're in that situation and you do not feel you have enough money for your down payment, or your client doesn't, give us a call, because there may be ways around that. So, wrapping up, I just saw another article here that I thought was interesting. Suncor joins spending retreat. And I dug a little deeper here. This is about, I'm addressing anybody investing in Alberta right now. If you're looking to be a real estate investor in Alberta, one of the things that's important, it says oil needs to trade around $90 a barrel to make Suncor's Forest Hills Oil Sands project economic. So I want you to write that number down, $90 a barrel. In other words, if you are a real estate investor and you're investing in Edmonton, Alberta, Fort McMurray, anywhere in Alberta, you're really speculating on oil. If you see the trending price above $90 a barrel, you know that the projects are going to have labor coming to them, and the labor represents tenants for you for your rental properties. If the price of oil drops below $90 a barrel, you're going to be vulnerable. So just a little tip there for real estate investors. Folks, that's the Mortgage Minute for November 7th. Hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks.